What's going on, guys? Noah Sanford here, coming at you guys with the Thursday fishing report as usual. Just pulled off the lake. It is right behind me. There's Hemingway. Chilling on the launch ramp, just dropped off my customers for the day. Had a really awesome day, and I've pretty much had a really awesome day every other day this week that I've been out with my clients, which has been every single day. I'm totally slammed right now, guys, so I apologize for the lack of long form video uploads. It is what it is right now. I'm getting totally hammered with clients. It's a great thing for my business, but it's not as great of a thing for the YouTube channel just because it's really taken up a lot of my time and I'm not really able to get out there and film much of myself on the water. And that's because I haven't really even picked up a rod this whole week. I have been guiding and telling people where to cast and what to do. And so that's kind of part of the game, right? I'm really grateful for the business, but unfortunately, when business is busy, it's gonna slow down on the YouTube side of things. But it is what it is, guys. We're gonna keep working with it, keep putting out those videos while I can. I have been uploading some shorts, if you guys have seen those. I like to put out some shorts, either of bed fishing or some really big catches that my clients get. So stay tuned for the shorts. Definitely gonna keep cranking those out, at least one every day or two. Let's talk about the fishing conditions right now for Lake Mead. So let's talk about wind. Friday, Saturday are both gonna be gusts in the mid to high 20s. So be careful on Saturday and Friday. However, both mornings have a little bit of respite in the mornings with some calmer conditions in the morning. So if you're gonna go out Friday or Saturday, I would personally recommend going out really early morning, right when the sun's coming up, 6:37 at the latest. And you're probably gonna wanna be done by 10 or 11 because it's gonna start blowing once that sun gets up. Sunday looks really good though. Sunday actually is going to be pretty calm throughout most of the day. You should be able to get out there for a majority of the day on Sunday without any issues. Let's go ahead and talk about water temperatures. The water temps I've found this week have been almost consistently around 60 degrees everywhere I go. So obviously, aside from the main lake, well, that's not where you're fishing. It's going to be a little bit colder out there, but all the coves and stuff that you're actually going to be fishing in, plan on about 60-degree water. So this week, it was kind of funky. The fish are still biting, but one day's better than another. And that's because we keep having this weird cycle where we get a warm day and then a cold day, and then a couple warm days and then a couple cold days. It gets nice and warm and flat for a few days, and then it gets cold at night, cold during the day, and it gets windy. So it's really kind of messing with these fish. It's making the conditions a little off for your typical beginning of April bite. However, we're working with it and we're figuring out the bite still. Every single day it's different though. What I go out there with my customers the day before is not gonna work today and vice versa. And that was definitely the case today. So really you're gonna have to go out there and hone in on what the fish are biting and where they're at. But that's why I put out these videos to help you guys out with that so you don't spend your whole day looking around. So going ahead and talking about where I've been catching these fish, because obviously that's gonna be one of the most important parts, where I caught them and what I caught them on. So sorry, we've got a car driving by. It might be a little bit loud, but where I've been catching these fish, guys. So for the most part, a majority of where I've been catching these fish. What's that? Catch all the fish. Yesterday we caught like 20 something. It was crazy. It's weird, man. We keep getting these cool days and then these warm days, cool days, warm days, and it's screwing up the fishing because, you know, they'll move up on the beds, they'll be ready to eat one day, and then the next day you go there and there's nothing there, you know? With one of my customers guiding the other day, yeah, so I was out with a couple of customers 2 days ago, and this lady caught one that was like 6.5. Yeah. It beat my PB out here, just down the middle of a cove, just random.
Yeah, I just seen one a few minutes ago, probably go 4.
Yeah.
Paint pots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get over to T-Bar. I'm not gonna stay around here.
I don't blame you, man. This whole area gets hammered.
Yeah.
It just gets hammered. Okay, apologize about that. Another guy in a bass boat coming up talking to me about some stuff. But anyways, guys, let's talk about where I was catching these fish. So the main areas when it comes to the bed fish are pretty straightforward, right? It's gonna be your nice protected coves that are getting hit with that afternoon sun. So if you're on the side of the cove where it's only getting the morning sun and no afternoon sun, it's gonna be no good. You gotta make sure you hit those areas in that cove that have the afternoon sun, because that's gonna be the sun that's the warmest throughout the day. It's gonna be the most exposure throughout the day from the sun, and these fish need the sun not only to want to stay on those beds, but they need it for those eggs to hatch correctly and for the females to want to go up and spawn with them. So make sure when you're looking for the bedfish, look in those coves that are nice and protected, pretty far into the back of the coves, away from the main lake, from the waves, the boats and everything. Talking about what baits to throw on these bedfish, really it doesn't matter. I mean, you could throw a highlighter with a hook on it and it's not really gonna matter. Some people believe bait selection matters on bedfish. I'm one of those people who don't really think that's the case. And that's just because I've caught fish on just a bare hook on a bed. I've caught fish on a bright pink and orange curly tail grub on a bed, and I've caught fish on a very natural presentation on a bed. So to me personally, I don't think it really matters, but when you're targeting those bigger female fish, the areas you want to look for those are going to be those middles of the coves, where up on the shallows is where the beds are for the males. So go down the guts of those coves 20, 30 feet, or you're gonna wanna look on the main lake points on the outside of those coves where they can stage up and get ready to move into the coves to spawn. So if you're gonna target the females, throw your regular stuff at them, drop shot, Ned rig, jigs, that kind of stuff, and you'll probably have some luck maybe getting a big bite. However, I have seen quite a few females up on beds right now, and I think a lot of that is because the males are still kind of spooky. When that wind comes in or when that cold front rolls in, they're gonna bounce, and the females are gonna move up shallow and protect that bed. So one of the bass we caught today was actually a really nice female. It was close to a 4-pounder up on a bed, and that's because I guarantee you where the 1.5 or 2 pound male was, he left and then the female moved up. So don't forget about those areas where the females also might move into those beds, because that's another great way to catch those bigger fish. Anyways, guys, hopefully that report was helpful. I appreciate you guys always tuning in. More videos to come as always. My name is Noah Sanford. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys out on the water.